Specialty chemical companies are different from commodity chemical manufacturers. Commodity producers compete primarily on price. Specialty chemical manufacturers compete on chemistry, process know how, product purity, regulatory approvals, and long term customer relationships. Once a pharmaceutical or agrochemical company qualifies a supplier, switching becomes expensive and time consuming. That creates sticky customer relationships and high entry barriers. Balaji Amines operates in precisely this segment. The company manufactures aliphatic amines and downstream derivatives that are used as critical intermediates across multiple industries. These chemicals are not visible to consumers, but they are indispensable to manufacture. Today, approximately half of the company's applications are linked to pharmaceuticals, over one quarter serve agrochemicals, while the remaining demand comes from industrial solvents, water treatment, electronics, and specialty applications. This diversified demand base helps reduce dependence on any single end market. The story began in 1988 in Solapur, Maharashtra, at a time when India relied heavily on imported specialty chemicals. Balaji Amines focused on developing domestic manufacturing capabilities. Rather than remaining a producer of basic amine, the company gradually expanded into higher value downstream derivatives. One important milestone was the production of dimethylamine hydrochloride or DMHCl, a pharmaceutical intermediate used in manufacturing metformin. This marked the company's transition from producing basic chemicals to supplying specialized molecules required by regulatory industries. Over the years, this strategy transformed Balaji Amines into an integrated specialty chemical manufacturer. Perhaps the strongest competitive advantage of Balaji Amines is something investors often overlook: cost leadership. The company follows a strategy known as backward integration. Instead of purchasing every intermediate chemical from outside suppliers, it manufactures many of its own raw materials. Those materials are then converted into higher value specialty chemicals inside the same manufacturing ecosystem. This delivers several advantages: lower production costs, better quality control, reduced dependence on external suppliers, higher operating efficiency, and stronger margins during periods of raw material volatility. The company has also expanded primarily through brownfield projects. Unlike greenfield plants, brownfield expansions leverage existing land, infrastructure, utilities, pipelines, logistics, and skilled manpower. This significantly lowers capital costs while allowing projects to become operational faster. As these facilities ramp up production, incremental revenue can potentially be generated at relatively attractive returns on capital. For investors, this is one of the most important aspects of the story. The heavy investment phase is gradually transitioning toward an earnings generation phase. According to the company's strategic roadmap, the next phase is centered on higher margin specialty chemicals and import substitution. Several projects are expected to contribute over the coming years. Expansion of BSCL Unit I for value-added ethylene amine derivatives, India's first commercial scale dimethyl ether or DME facility with a capacity of 110,000 tons per annum, acetonitrile capacity expansion, the N-methylmorpholine project, and completion of BSCL Unit 2. These projects are not random capacity additions. Each moves the company further towards specialized higher margin molecules with lower dependence on commodity products. Another important aspect is import substitution. Many specialty chemicals continue to be imported into India. Domestic manufacturing offers shorter supply chains, lower logistics costs, improved customer service, and reduced dependence on overseas suppliers. For customers, local sourcing improves reliability. For manufacturers, it creates opportunities to replace imported products with domestic production. If executed successfully, this strategy could strengthen both revenue growth and operating margins. External factors may also support the business. Feedstock prices for methanol and ammonia have moderated compared with earlier peaks, improving manufacturing economics. Global supply constraints in certain chemical markets continue to support pricing for specialty derivatives. Policy measures encouraging domestic manufacturing and discouraging unfairly priced imports also create a more balanced competitive environment for Indian producers. While these conditions may fluctuate over time, they provide a supportive backdrop as new capacities are commissioned. Balaji Amines appears to be transitioning from a period dominated by capital expenditure to one increasingly driven by execution and revenue generation. Management has articulated an ambition to significantly expand revenue as newly commissioned plants achieve higher utilization. For investors, however, the key questions are not simply whether new plants have been built. The more important questions are: can utilization increase steadily? Can higher margin specialty chemicals become a larger share of revenue? Can cost advantages from backward integration translate into stronger profitability? Can import substitution create durable market share gains? And can the company maintain financial discipline while pursuing growth? If these objectives are achieved, Balaji Amines could strengthen its position as one of India's leading specialty chemical manufacturers. But as with any industrial business, execution, market demand, raw material costs, and capital allocation will remain the key variables to monitor. Ultimately, the story is no longer just about building factories, it is about converting years of investment into sustainable earnings, higher value added products, and long term shareholder returns. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like this video, share it with fellow investors, and subscribe for more research driven company analyses. Thoughtful, if there's any listed company you'd like us to cover next, simply leave its name in the comments below. We regularly review your suggestions and create detailed, data backed investment education videos based on your requests. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next company analysis.